And welcome back to Butterfly's Corner. How are you guys doing out here in this YouTube universe? I hope all is well with everyone. I want to first and foremost apologize to y'all about not showing up yesterday. Hopefully y'all forgive me, but we here today. Hold on, y'all. I want to drop the link for my co-host. Y'all. All right, come on, man. Sorry, I went to drop the link for my co-host. We're gonna wait for the 10-minute mark. But first and foremost, I was tagged in the post. I'm not sure what's going on, but I believe something's going on with our girl Marcella and her husband Tim. So if y'all could send prayers up for Tim and Marcella. After this review, I will definitely go and find out what's going on. I just know I was tagged in the post. So I just want to make sure that I send prayers up for Marcella and her husband Tim. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for the 10-minute mark, y'all. But y'all, I just came from watching Destiny, y'all, and my heart, yo. This is why I went off the other night, yo. This is exactly why I went off the other night. I knew it was some bullshiggity, and now to hear more details, I'm trying to wait for the 10-minute mark before I really go in. But yes, y'all, prayers for Marcella and Tim. Like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on at this second, but I know I was tagged in the post, so I want to make sure that I send up prayers for Marcella and Tim. I appreciate Marcella. I've watched her come a long, long, long way, and I've really, really grown fond of her. And I just want to make sure I send prayers up for her. Like I said, after this live, I will go and make sure I find out exactly what's going on. But y'all, just please send up prayers for Marcella and her family and her husband. And while you're at it, please send up prayers for Destiny, y'all. Try to wait for this 10-minute mark. I'm gonna wait for my co-host. The link is okay. Hold on, let me retry. Um, y'all, man, man. I know there's an old saying that they used to say, you think you got it bad, somebody may got it worse. And you just never really know, y'all. And I'm so upset, y'all. I'm so upset, y'all. And it's pretty much what I already knew without even knowing the details. That's how God works with me and my instincts and my feelings. That's why I went off the other night. I didn't even know the details and I went off. Now that I know the details, yo, I want to go off again. And I am going to go off again at the 10-minute mark. I am definitely going to go off again. Especially after hearing the details. Y'all, please send up prayers for Marcella and Tim. And please send up prayers for Destiny, y'all. Man, I'm telling you. Man, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you right now, I don't got no patience for you trolls. Please don't come in my chat. Please do not come in my chat. I don't care nothing about what y'all talking about. Y'all already know I don't rock with y'all. I don't rock with nothing that y'all over there on. So don't come in my chat, yo. Please don't come in my chat. Don't. Because I really don't want to get belligerent and out of control because y'all will catch it. Y'all will catch it because I'm just not playing that today. Don't come visiting my chat, yo. Stay in the bushes, hit the dislike, keep it freaking moving. Because you're not going to like nothing I have to say. I'm going to let you know off rip. You're not going to like nothing I have to say. So don't even get comfortable. Just keep it moving. I'm waiting for the 10-minute mark. I dropped the link again for my co-host. Hopefully it works, y'all. Salutations, buttercups. Please just bear with me, y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank you for joining me tonight. I want to apologize to y'all about not showing up last night, but I'm here tonight. God working mysterious and wonderful ways. I don't know if we're on the wonderful side right now, but He working mysterious and wonderful ways. But I wasn't able to come live last night, but we're here tonight. Word, the link work. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me bring up my co-host, and I'm gonna let her take over until we get to the 10-minute mark.
Hey,
Hey, beautiful.
butterfly.
Hey, beautiful. I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna let you
Hey,
take over.
buttercups. Wait, where you going?
No, I'm just going on mute, baby. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here. I'm going on mute.
Okay, because I want to
Um,
know what you found out about Destiny. You sound upset. So but we gonna wait to the 10-minute mark. Hey,
yep. I'm going
buttercups.
to. I'm gonna let you take over real quick. Come and say your highs and stuff. I'm gonna go on mute. We almost at the 10-minute mark, but
All right,
I'm gonna let
all
you
right.
know.
Good evening, everyone. What's going on, y'all? Um, yes, I did get a chance to hop into Marcella's live about an hour or so ago. We were sending prayers up for her husband and her family. Um, it definitely I can hear it in her voice and see it all over her face that she's struggling right now. And when you have to take time to pour into folks who pour into you, right? So send some prayers up for Marcella and for her husband. Also send some prayers up for Nisi. It sounds like she's providing a lot of support to Marcella and her husband at this time. Um, so yeah, let's see what we got in the chat. Hi, Misbehaving. Thank you so much for your shout out earlier today. And for everyone else who's joined my channel, gave me a couple of subs. Um, I'm gonna keep doing it as long as it's fun. When it stops being fun, then I'm gonna stop unless Butterfly harasses me. Um, but thank you, everybody. Hey Ginger. Thank you also for joining. And for the love. Who else we have in here? Miss Bug, Michelle. Get our trolls, Melima, and anyone who supports them. Oh Lord. Is it trolls? Does is Butterfly, can she have mods yet?
No,
How
no,
many
I don't
folks
have.
you gotta have
I
following you to get
figured
mods?
my channel wasn't, big right now, and modding is a big job. So I didn't, I don't want to mod somebody up that's not really don't want to really be a mod.
Yeah,
So I just didn't do the process yet. But we don't hold no more than what, maybe 50 to 60 at a time. So
yeah. Well, I think
I
that
just think
trolls
like
are fun, actually. I like trolls.
thank you. Linda says she loves your content.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Linda.
you, Linda.
Me or Butterfly? I'm gonna get that to Butterfly. That's your channel, child.
No,
Welcome,
you're my
Linda.
co-host. I think you talk about I already know Linda loves my content. Yes, Miss Linda is a day one supporter, so I already know. Yeah, I think she's talking about you. We're at the 10-minute
Oh,
mark,
thank
y'all.
you. What happened?
I went over to watch Destiny. She has her Mental Mondays, and she shared a little bit more of how her arrest happened. She was at a doctor's appointment for her son. She was with her son, and they got an anonymous call that she would be at the doctor's office.
The police got an anonymous call that she was at the doctor's office.
The police got an anonymous call that she would be at the doctor's office, her child's doctor appointment. And unfortunately, they had to go pick her up because apparently the warrant was filed a day before her birthday. So she, in a sense, similar to Martell, had her kid with her, had to make some phone calls. Um, it was a little nerve wracking because she went to a car to get a, to reach in to get a phone, and the police kind of startled her because they told her to freeze. You know what I'm saying? Because they're picking her up on a warrant. They don't know what she got in the car, so that started her a little bit. And she's down south. She is down south.
So what was the warrant
Absolutely.
for?
It's for the same charges that was dropped previously.
What was it about?
But
Utility bills or something?
yes,
Wait, so let me get this straight. Folks can get locked up in Alabama for utility bills and text messages. That we doing it all wrong in Chicago. You can literally shoot somebody in the middle of Michigan Avenue and go home on an ankle monitor. Like nobody gets arrested in Chicago for anything. So in
yes.
Alabama, you can get a warrant and a warrant executed for a utility bill.
No, I don't think. You know what, misbehaving? I don't think it was a medical professional because they was pre-warned that she would be here at such and such time. I don't think I don't think so because I don't think so. I can't see that unless she's bringing her son to the clinic and they found because they are mandated reporters. They found something that had to do some type of neglect that had to do with a child. Outside of that, I can't see a clinic checking for warrants of a parent that's bringing their child to a pediatric checkup. And it's taking everything in me, yo. As I was listening to her explain this show, my blood was just boiling. My blood was boiling. And I know it's hard to, but I hate that she even paying attention to these slow meters. I get what the life coach was trying to do, but even trying to convince them and talk to them about the nonsense and the rhetoric that they've been spreading is pointless. These people are deranged. They don't care if it ain't got nothing to do with giraffe neck ass, bald headed ass, vindictive ass, evil ass, bitter ass, broken ass, Melanie, Cherie, Rogers, Holt, Roger, whatever the fuck the bitch's name is, then they don't understand it. And anything that happens to anybody else, oh, it's their karma for not supporting her. The fuck you talking about not supporting her? That bitch is a fair weather fucking friend. She bothered with you when she wanted to, and not bothered when she didn't want to be. But for some reason, these motherfuckers really think she deserves all this type of loyalty. When this bitch will cut you off in a minute, change her motherfucking number, don't even call you and tell you that her number changed, go from calling you every day, checking on you, to all of a sudden not fucking with you. But everybody did her so fucking wrong. This bitch out here trying to destroy another woman's marriage for fucking 5 years straight, but everybody did her so fucking wrong. Everybody
No.
so, man, listen,
Did you but we remember what Nene said? You can't win when you play dirty.
man, listen. That's why I said, that's why I'm happy I have you co-host. Because I don't even know if we're going to even get into reviewing the show tonight. Because I'm just, after watching Destiny, yo, like my mind is just somewhere around the show.
But
I
see,
had a, I had a
everybody is
girlfriend
gonna go through.
that thing. And for her, it was more unfortunate because she wasn't even from this country. And she lost custody of her child after dealing with years of abuse. So I know exactly what Destiny's going through. I had a girlfriend that this happened, very close girlfriend that this happened to. After years of dealing with abuse, the loser uses your judicial system and she lost custody of her child. So I know what Destiny's going through. That's why for me, this hits home. Even what Martell is going through, like I said, my brother had an abusive girlfriend. My brother is no longer here. Unfortunately, my brother was murdered, and his murder is still unsolved. But even seeing what Martell is going through, that all of that triggers me, man.
Yeah.
All of that triggers me. Because for some reason, as a society, we think only women can be abused.
Right.
And it's nothing, I couldn't do nothing to get my brother away from that girl. I couldn't do nothing. I don't even know if she has something to do with my brother's death, yo.
Let's see, one thing you got to keep in mind, Butterfly, too, is that even from a place of self-care, and this is what I have to do. And I tell you, I'm going to tell you this. For whatever reason, this show and all of the events surrounding the show and the content creators and the internet and all this stuff, it can be triggering for a lot of reasons. And from a self-care perspective, sometimes you just got to take a step away from it because it's just not healthy all the time. So when you start feeling yourself getting triggered
No,
like
I
this,
don't
that means
feel
it's
right
time
taking
for a
a step
break.
away from it. I don't feel right taking a step away. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I've watched this go on for years and I didn't say nothing. I had a whole nother channel. I just did random things on. I've watched the nonsense and the nonsensical and the derangeness and the craziness and the bananasness. I'm telling you, even them showing up at Letitia's house triggers me. Where her children rest their head at. This is how far these people have taken it.
I hear you. And that's what motivates some of us to start these channels
Disgusting.
and to have these
And
conversations because there has to be
the
balance.
more that none of us speak up, that's why no, I feel like no, they have run amok for too long. And it's not there
Yeah.
enough people that speak up. Everybody want to feel bad for Mellow Mutt. For what? She chose to stay in that marriage and had a fourth child. She tried to bully and humiliate that man into being faithful, and it backfired. We are 4 years after their divorce, and she's making songs about this man, making fun of bullying and assaulting this man. There's too many that run around and spew the nasty, vindictive, disgusting rhetoric that costs people life in real life. And I can't for the life of me, I can't just sit back and keep watching it and not say nothing. I am one person. I know that. I am one person.
Yeah.
But I can't keep watching it. I can't. The bullying and the disgustingness, they freaking wrote Kimmy's job. They wrote this stuff that these cast members are not sharing. They wrote Kimmy's job. Kimmy shared that over on Facebook. They wrote her job, trying to get her fired from her job for what? All because everybody ended up Miss Buddy's behind and everybody can see because they know these people in real life. Now they know them in real life.
No, this is about the fact that Melody was able to, and I saw this, I went back and watched season 1, her very first Mimosas with Melody. That was the birth of the Millimeters. And you can see it so clear. Like she went down and got eye to eye and they cried about what a man had done to them and who did what. She was able to tap into a dark kind of spirit that she can't shake from now. And I don't think that she really truly wants to because it's propelling her in ways that she just can't resist. You know what I'm saying? But when you get into like that low vibrational space and you become like just the queen of victimhood, you know, like there's no place positive really to go from there. It's only gonna be misery and chaos. That's the only thing that hangs out at that
And that's
frequency.
all it's been, yo. I don't like I really pray for them. And I don't know how they do it. Because I couldn't go 5 years of people stalking me, harassing me, doxing me, I couldn't do that for 5 years and not lose my mind. I couldn't do it. Only
Well,
by the
Tisha
grace
said
of
that
God,
she
I
don't
can
read.
only imagine withholding them, and they're still tiptoeing. I know at this reunion, if they don't stand up, stick up, and speak up, I'm done. I'm gonna give them this season, and I'm gonna give them to this reunion. If they do not speak up and stop letting this wench scapegoat through the chaos and the mess that she has caused and created, I'm done. Fine, you like it, I love it. I'm giving them until this reunion because they filmed this months ago before they even got into the thick of what they're into the thick of right now. So if they do not at this reunion finally put their foot down and start playing dumb and acting like she's not the cause of a lot of this, she gave out their addresses. That has been proven. The blogger has came out and said that this heifer gave out their information right along with Arion's. Are we still going to tiptoe around it? They still giving her grace that she doesn't deserve, grace that she did not give them. All because she wanted everybody to choose her side. She is self-centered, she is selfish, she is evil, she is vindictive, she is conniving. And I am triggered. I am triggered. Absolutely. And I just can't sit by idly and watch it. I can't. I cannot continue to do it. I will give them until this reunion to speak up. Because this is ridiculous, man. And this is not fair and it's not okay. It's cool. You don't have to like them. You don't have to support them. But the things that y'all do, it's too much. Y'all can't tell me. I don't care how much you love that giraffe neck ass bitch. You can't tell me if a stranger showed up at your house where your children rest your head at, you would be okay with that over some crap you said online. You can't tell me that you would be okay with that.
Well, it seems like they can get away with that in Alabama, but again, in Chicago, that wouldn't happen. That ain't gonna go down. These folks are playing nasty, dangerous games, showing up at people's houses, baby. I don't know how you got that much bravado and courage to call yourself walking up to somebody's doorstep and ringing the doorbell.
Ringing the doorbell.
You got to be
Come
batshit
on
crazy.
now. Come
You
on
have to
now.
be batshit crazy to go and ring somebody's doorbell on some. And the old lady, the old one, the tie, whatever her name was that showed up at Stormy. Stormy almost two-pieced her behind when on that video where she showed up at the warehouse.
Thank the Lord for Courtney. Right, calling CPS, calling the police, just doing all type of crazy stuff, yo. All because they think some other what? What? Come on now. No. And the more people that sit around and say that it's okay, and now they're trying to say, oh, the Scots fans do this. No, we don't. You will never catch me at Melanie's house. You will never catch me on Melanie's freaking page. No. You will never catch none of that. So no, we don't. We don't do the
Melody,
bullshit, y'all.
I got blocked by Melody a long time ago, but yeah, I still, I'm not about to be at her house or do any of that kind of stuff. I don't care enough.
She ain't gotta block me because I ain't never went over there. Unless she went and individually searched for me and blocked me, because I don't go on her shit. I don't give a fuck about her. In real life, she's a bitch I would mollywalk a long time ago if Martell was my brother. I would have been dog walked that bitch. Get out of here, yo. Oh, Martell is elevated. No, bitch. She's unhappy for somebody who's elevated. Because I'll be motherfucking damn 4 years later, I'm still writing songs about a nigga that I elevated from. Make it make sense.
Now, I want to read what Miss Behavior put in the chat, Butterfly. She said, LAMH is a scripted reality show. Loosely,
I'm so pissed. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Loosely based on their lives, and I believe they're working together in some capacity, or they need to walk away. I completely agree. And that's the thing that folks have to keep in mind, that it is a scripted reality show. The part that drives everyone into a frenzy is all the peripheral things that are happening on social media as it relates to the show. If one could just simply just watch the show and enjoy that and then step away, it's a normal TV show. It's the investment in the things that are happening outside of that, and that drives all of these different folks crazy. I do think that they are in it together to an extent, because it's a TV show that they want to be successful. Like, they have to work together. It won't make sense otherwise. So I agree with Miss Behaven. She's absolutely right. It is a scripted, it is produced. Anytime there are producers, that means that someone is putting the story together. So it is not entirely real. And so when you have weirdos who then go and try and don't know the difference between reality and fiction, that's where you get the conflict.
Hold on. I got somebody backstage. I just need you to show me so I know that you're not a porn bomber. And I have no problem letting, oh, I think did they go? No, you're still back there. Just, you don't have to keep your camera on, but I just need to be able to see you real quick to make sure you're not a porn bomber. And just put you, okay, thank you, babe. All right. You can turn it off. Yep, turn it off. I see you. All right. So I don't even got the thing with, wait, what? What are you doing? I'm trying to add her. Hold on, babe. I done pressed the wrong button. I got you. Hold on 1 second. Oh, so many things going on.
Also, Michelle, you are right. And I say this in my reviews too, that we're not talking about fans of the show. Fans of the show are normal. Those 300,000, 323,000, sometimes it gets up to 400,000. The mass majority of them, 97% of those people are normal. We're talking about, you're right, like that 1% to 3% that follow that one person, they're out of their minds. And they're the ones that make this unbearable for everybody else. It's not the fans of the show. It's the fans of that particular character.
Right. And I'm glad you always say that. And I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm sorry, Joyce girl. I just ain't. Welcome, sweetie. Go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm just upset, man. I can't. I'm just upset what almost happened to Destiny with her son, man.
I feel you, because all this was triggering.
They just unalived a young black Air Forceman with a warrant going to the wrong house. This is crazy, man.
He opened the door with a gun, though, so I don't know if that's the same. Maybe I'm not looking at the same one. Did you see the camera footage of that one?
No. I just...
It was tough.
They're reverting back to hanging us. Do you know that? You know how many people got hung in the last 3 years? They're like, it's just so much. And this is, and I think this was most, like, this triggers a lot because these people are down south that these people are playing with. They're playing with black people in a state that already don't care about them. That's already willing to let them kill each other and unalive each other and drag each other through the mud and do all the handiwork for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, it's not okay. It's not okay. And I think the more of us that just try to focus on the show and not really stand up, I feel like these people deserve to be stood up for, man. Because, like, honestly, all the children, all of them, right? She ain't even came out and spoke up against them showing up at Tisha's house. She hasn't even came out and spoke up against that, and she wonder why Tisha ain't called her and checked on her. When you just said last season that you don't even really fool with her too much while you was in your confessionals or in her cousin's face. that you brought up there to disparage her and drag her in a marriage? Like, come on now. But unpopular opinion, babe. I don't. If you want to start the review on the show, we're not gonna be here long. This is really not gonna. We're gonna review the show. I'm gonna take a moment, gather myself.
Did the guest that you pulled up want to say something?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, Jen.
I'm just saying her excuse is going to be that she can't control these people because they grown. That's what her excuse is going to be.
Well, we got proof that's a lie. Dang sure told him to call Anthony Lockley's job, and they dang sure did. She dang sure told him to stop stalking that fake millionaire boyfriend she was sitting up with, and they did. So we know that's a lie.
Well, again, so if we're talking about, the debt, so it's a lot of different things kind of merged together in this conversation. So are you saying, Butterfly, that Melody had something to do with this situation between Destiny and her ex-husband? Or how are the millimeters directly linked to that specific thing?
Well, they're directly connected to that because when Destiny's life coach touched on the comments that Destiny was receiving, it was the rhetoric that the slow medias have been saying, that they've been tapping their lives and saying. So the fact that her life coach touched on it lets me know that as much as Destiny's trying not to let the comments affect her, they're affecting her.
See, the internet is just a nasty place.
They're kicking somebody that's already.
You gotta be able to.
Yeah.
I said the internet is a nasty place. So you gotta. That's what you just gotta touch grass more often than not, and watch regular TV and not get too deep into YouTube. And so I took a social media. You asked me if I had Instagram. I took a social media break. And never went back. So I don't do any social media other than YouTube. And it feels so much better because the internet is just a nasty, nasty place. And so if you care about your mental health, you got to be able to balance it. And I think that's probably what some of the members of the cast have had to train themselves to be able to do. I see that what Marceau does is he treats it all like a joke. He doesn't take any of it seriously. He doesn't give them that power. Right. And I heard Tisha say she don't read the comments. So you gotta you need strategies for that.
He went up to his house with his kids and his wife. But see, myself, they're moving silence. I know he's not too happy with them showing up to his house where his wife and his children rest their head at.
Now, say more about where you found out about them showing up at the house. Like, what's the story of that?
They randomly popped up at her house and rung her damn doorbell.
That's what Tisha said. Was this on Instagram?
Huh?
I said, who said this and where did they say it at? Is this on Instagram, on Facebook, or who?
Well, Facebook is where it was blasted at. And Miss Wanda co-signed it while she was in because it happened either the night before or the same day that she left to go to Carlos King's DC show. But Miss Wanda also co-signed that it happened. But they are trying not to talk about it because, like I said, they're thorough. They're trying to move in silence because with these social medias, you have to move in silence. Something that they claim they do, but they really don't.
But wait, Butterfly, I'm just so they rang the bell. Then what? Like so then because I'm trying to figure out.
I guess
like there's a then what?
Away because Letitia didn't. Okay, from my understanding, Letitia didn't really react because baby girl was right behind her. You know how sometimes you go, your doorbell ring, your kids will go with you to the door. My kids did it plenty of times. Who's that? You know what I mean? So her daughter was right behind her when she went to go answer the door. So I think she just sent that lady on her way and then called her husband and and went from there. But I do think that they're trying to figure out who the person was, and hopefully they're getting a restraining order and filing charges. But what they do know, what we all know, a lot of us know, is old girl gave out their address a long time ago, and they still live in that same house to the address that she gave out. Thank you, Sadie. They had to play it cool because their kids was there. And that's my whole thing. What if Tisha wasn't home? What if the oldest son was just there, picked up his kids, and Tisha was about to be there like, another 20 minutes or something? Like, wait, why does it keep doing that? I try to post a comment, then it disappears. There we go.
I don't have that kind of self-control. Somebody rolled up a kids home or not, we all be out there. I don't know. Let me stop.
Better than me. No, you ain't lying, because I said the same thing. I said Tisha better than me, because I would have took my baby upstairs, said, baby, you sit up here, lock the door, 10 minutes. Mommy don't come back up in 10 minutes, call your father, call the police. Because baby, you would have never showed up at another mofo's door, let alone mine.
Yeah, Michelle, you absolutely right. Like,
baby,
that's unheard of. Like, I can't. Michelle is like, you from Chicago, you wouldn't know. My brain won't even populate.
Where I'm at, you couldn't even do that. I'm not even from Chicago. You couldn't do that where I'm at. You couldn't even do that where I'm at, baby. I don't know nowhere where you could do that at. Okay, and walk away. Still on your two legs that you showed up on. Please. Please.
Well, all the cast need to do is sign up for their conceal and carry. And you don't even need a conceal in Alabama. It's some things that them southern states are good for, and the Second Amendment is one of them. Make that real clear, and you'll have fewer issues.
Yep.
What you say?
Oh, they probably are, right, Rachel? Following Martell to the doctor's office. Like, these people are out of control. And they want us to think that she's a victim? They really want us to believe that she's a victim. Miss me with the BS. Really got the nerve to be mad at Kimmy and Kimmy didn't want to get on the podcast. And really got to be mad about that. Y'all know y'all don't like them. Why the hell they? And that's the thing. Y'all fiending to be in the same room as them. Y'all fiending to breathe in the same air as them. As much hate and derangeness and vile and disgusting things y'all have done to them, y'all still trying to sit in the same room with them? They are fiending to be in the same room with Letitia and Kimmy. For what? What is that support in this button? You see, they got down there and ran the black and sat all up in Wanda's face and he and taking pictures and everything else, and then want to come back to YouTube and act tough with Miss Wanda after they just sat in her face and didn't have the same energy.
But Butterfly, I'm just gonna say this just as a moment. I got because I was preparing to review the show. I have the show playing on mute, and I'm looking at the scene with Kimmy and Tisha and Mel making their plants, and I'm saying we can't be madder than the folks who it's actually happening to. They obviously know something that we don't know, which is why they're able to be cordial at the level that they're being cordial as well. Like, we can't allow all the noise from Facebook and these crazy folks, because it's a very loud minority of people, and they're crazy. It's just crazy, and you can't argue with crazy. You just can't. You can't rationalize with crazy neither. The only thing you can do is strap up and protect yourself. That's it.
I understand that, because that's how I felt when Destiny's life coach was trying to reason with these people. Girl, they're not hearing nothing you saying. They're not hearing a goddamn word you saying. So I don't even know why you bother even addressing them. the people that's here to support Destiny, we support you, Destiny, and we see exactly what's going on. Destiny is actually going through real domestic violence. While we got a whole fraud out here sitting on a text message from a year ago, bring it back a year later because she needed a storyline. Like, come on now.
Misbehaving and Ginger, what y'all talking about? The battery, not the battery again.
Oh yes, I try. Listen, it's in the dang thing. God darn it. It's in the thing. God darn it. I put it in the dang charger thing. Y'all gotta wait. The batteries are charging. Okay, misbehaving in Jinju. They're talking about my dang battery, smoke detector battery being dead. But I'm recharging it right now. Okay, y'all. So by the
Tyler,
next live, next video, y'all won't hear it. Goodness gracious.
Tyler, Tyler Collins, I am completely with you with those names. Nothing irritates me more than to see these lame auntie joke, lame. I mean, these names that they come up with, Destiny and Hotel. Like anytime I see one of those little nicknames that they come up with, it is so cringy. I have to use one of my kids' words, like it is the most cringe thing. Like, please stop doing that. All you doing is showing your age. Like Hotel and Crustiny. It's like you're not
Oh,
clever. It's not even. It's
right.
not clever, or it's just lame.
I love you too, baby. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm charging the batteries right now. I agree with you. It just shows their immaturity. You know what I mean? Like what? Like, and this is why I come up. This is why I came up with names. And really, I'm dragging you. I'm not coming up with some elementary names. I'm calling you all type of bitches and whores and sluts and all type of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on some grown woman type of name calling. Okay, shoot. Even though I know unpopular opinion, I know you're gonna get me co-host. That's why I really
No,
dialed it back
you
down.
misunderstood. I don't like uh name calling with these content creators because a lot of these folks are
Right.
unhinged. And again, I already spilled the tea and said where I'm from. I just can't do certain things. Like I don't have
No.
it in me to be on the internet and have some. I just can't. So
No,
I'm not calling for no. I'm not calling for nobody because I don't want to have to. I'm not making no calls because I don't want to have to send nobody back where they came from. I just don't need that
Right.
kind of. I'm doing this because it's fun. I'm not looking for no stress to add to my life at all, especially
Yeah.
not with no clowns from the internet behind no damn keyboard because everybody tough. Well, apparently the ones that show up at your door tough, but I guess they know who though to show up at y'all because I pity
Right.
the fool who try to dot mine. I put in
Listen.
all the comment sections. We are proud to a household. It just ain't.
Okay.
Just don't.
Don't not do it.
Yeah, that lawsuit that what's her face put out there wasn't going nowhere. I was also annoyed that people were even talking. I guess you got to talk about it because this is all also for clicks and views so people can make money on YouTube. So that's part of the foolishness too, because whatever is salacious is what's gonna get the clicks, which is why my channel probably gonna move real slow because I just don't have the energy for it. But
Girl,
nothing was
please.
ever
I
gonna come of that
don't
lawsuit.
care, but I'm not salacious at all. My
Nothing
channel. Hey,
ever was
babe.
gonna come of that lawsuit.
Mm,
It was
no.
frivolous and very clear that it was frivolous. Folks like she's suing for $5 million. It's like, okay, Austin Powers, like y'all really taking this seriously? Uh, I just can't.
And this is why no other network after this show is completed and done with is going to touch Homegirl with a 10-foot pole. For that very reason. Deranged, psycho, unhinged, emotionally immature. Like, I mean, the list can go on. This is why ain't nobody else going to touch it. Your fans are suing the network because they don't like scenes like from the show. Girl, bye.
No one
Come
is
on
going
now.
to take those lawsuits seriously. Who the sues a television network because they don't like the programming? It's called turn the channel, fool.
That
Not watch the show.
part. That part. Yeah,
Michelle, why do I think nothing will ever come of the lawsuit? How much time you got? I mean, so many reasons why I don't think anything will come out of the lawsuit. First of all, in order for a judge to like approve or like give you the go ahead to actually sue someone for money, like you have to prove the damages. You can't just go to somebody and say, I want $5 million from you. Like you have to show where you lost $5 million or you lost the ability to make money. You got to show your worth and what were the damages that you suffered as a result of what this person did. That's what people can sue for, whatever they want to. You can file charges, or not charges because that has to be approved, but you can file a lawsuit for anything. That doesn't mean that it will go anyplace. In order for you to collect, first of all, win, and then be able to collect, because winning a lawsuit from a default judgment, that's different than you being able to collect that money. That's a whole other thing. But how does this person, this content creator, proven that they have $5 million worth of damages from a TV character? The hell, that's like me on like Power. Like I watch Power and I feel personally victimized by all the violence, and therefore I'm gonna sue stars. Like
no,
it is insanity.
it isn't.
These people are out of their minds, and no rational, normal lawyer is gonna look at that and think anything other than the fuck are these people like what? Nuts. He illegally obtained. They have to prove that stuff. Whenever you accuse somebody, the burden of proof is on you. The person you accuse and don't have to do nothing. They don't have to prove their guilt. She has to prove that. She has to prove exactly what he did to quote unquote illegally obtain her records. That's how real court works. You don't just go up there and you can't fight it out like it's Facebook in the doggone courts. She gonna have to come in there and prove that he did that. He did it with malicious intent. She gonna have to have receipts. And then even then, how does him getting your financial records, how did that cost you $5 million? I'm looking at the lady's use. I don't see nothing where she was even close ever getting to no damn $5 million that he cost her. How does him accessing her records put her at damages for $5 million?
When she started it,
It don't matter who started it.
accused
She don't have no
of being somebody.
how does Maurice, whatever Maurice did, cost her $5 million? That's not how that works.
Right. Yep. Thank you, Michelle.
All they have to do is file for a dismissal for frivolous, like, and Maurice is on top of that. I wouldn't waste any of my brain power following none of them dumbass lawsuits. Like, I need my brain cells for work, child. I can't get into I need my brain cells for stuff I got to do tomorrow. I can't deal with that.
All right, Nicole, you want to get into this review because we almost an hour in. You know, I like to keep it short so people, who catch the replay will be able to enjoy it, and it won't take
Sugar
up 3 hours
Brown,
of their day.
she's in. Okay, Sugar Brown. That's my point. Damages for what exactly? Right, like it literally is like $5 trillion. Like, okay. Anyway. Yeah, the review. I enjoyed.
Yeah,
Listen, I enjoyed the show. Huh?
I said, no, Juju said he need to keep his foot on their neck. I said he sure do. They're out of control.
See, that's the other thing. You can't assume that just because people are quiet that they're not moving behind the scenes. You're supposed to move in silence. That's exactly what you're supposed to.
Yes. Oh, okay. You want to come up, Nicole? Hold on 1 second, babe. Let me see. Go ahead, co-host. If you want to start, we can start reviewing the show before. I know we just went off in other places. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll
I
give
apologize.
a few minutes on the review, and then I may do something a little bit later. One thing I heard, I did watch a couple of reviews, and I'm so annoyed with people saying that it's boring. Like, it was boring. I was bored. It's like, what the fuck are y'all expecting from these shows? Like, I I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just me, but every time I like thoroughly enjoy something, like, oh, that was nice, and I'm taking, and then it's like, it was boring. It's like, I don't know what people are expecting or what they want. Like, you may have to just leave the house and do things in real life to get like excitement, but like trying to get it from these shows, it's not gonna cut it. Like, you got to touch grass. But for this particular episode, like, I think that it was cool. Um, I the new couple, I'll just jump to that, right? Um, Trish,
Mm-hmm.
I think that she is interesting. Trish is very interesting. I don't know what I think about her yet. She's alluding to having like some anger management problems. And she seems like she you might have to keep your eye on her. Like, I don't know, she don't really seem well adjusted emotionally. Because the way that she's describing, just like her anger and why she got to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a day and how she may just have to go off. It's like, girl, it's given. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. What you think about Trish?
Well, what I gather from her anger management is it sounds like she's coming out of a toxic marriage, and I feel like because she was in a toxic marriage, she was always on defense mode, and that's why she was always ready to go off. Because I think that's pretty much what she was explaining, how how it's so much different being with Ken, and how she realizes that how when you so used to being in a toxic and volatile relationship, that's how you now react to any and
Right,
everything.
but like,
I think that's
I the
what she's
yeah.
trying to say, and I think she's
The,
trying to say that Ken showed her that she doesn't, is a different way of life. I think with her ex-husband, she got used to that toxicity, and Ken is opposite. So I think she's having to unlearn and relearn. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Old
I'm just
habits.
not buying it, and I don't want to hear another abuse story either, Ginger. I'm with you. I think that folks need to normalize working on their shit before they get into new relationships with people. Like, your whole, like, and I'll share, like, there's a certain person who has, like, through the internet really helped guide me through like being a victim, right, and not accepting that as your identity. Like, my life is not a collection of stories of how my mom did me wrong. Like, no, when you sit down and really think about it, you can think about like how you played into it and some of the decisions that I made impact you. Like, it ain't all about what somebody else did. You let them do it too. So like, folks got to start being accountable. Like, I really don't want to hear another story about, oh my God, this man did me so wrong, and here's a new man who gonna do me right, then he gonna do you wrong. And so you just collecting trauma ass stories, and you gonna be bitter like the rest of these bitches on here, stalking and showing up at people's doorsteps. It's like, it's the calm before the storm. I hope that's not her story. I hope she can bring something else, because we already getting that story from Melody. Like, the last thing we need is two brides on there whining about what a nigga did. So I hope that that's not her. But she looked like she's trying to gear up to have some smoke with one of the ladies on the show, and I don't like that. Um, I think that the only reason why she came up talking about Tisha to Stormy, because they had to fill us in on where Stormy and Letitia left off from the reunion. That was like their little, sneak way of informing us where Stormy and Letitia are in the space. So apparently Stormy is cool, and that's how Stormy is. We'll see how cool Tisha is, because I don't think that she is. I think Tisha is cool on Stormy right now, but we'll see that dynamic, and I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, well, you know what I'll say? I don't think that's gonna be her storyline. I think she was just trying to, cause don't forget she's new. She just got introduced, so I really think that's just her trying to just give us a roundabout of we're having a choice. Okay, I know she does that sometimes. She'll just drop off. Hey Nicole, but yeah,
Good
so I
evening,
think
Butterfield. Good evening, Unpopular. Good
I
evening,
think
ladies.
I really think we should give her a chance. Y'all think she's hiding something really, Sydney? I think we should give her a
Yeah,
chance. I really
I'm gonna
think
give
that
her a chance
I think
as a television character. I don't know this woman from a can of paint, but on TV she reading as there's some sort of there's a story underneath it that she's like, even with the hair, like all the
I
hair
agree.
and the like, it's just weird. There's something underneath all of that that we should be concerned about. So we should be watching
Unpopular,
her.
you are so smart because when she was saying how she was married before and something happened with her marriage before and now she's going to get remarried again, I was like, it's something behind that. So I agree, ma'am. I agree. You know,
But
you
we
have to
don't
really
know
listen closely.
But see, we don't know how long she might have been separated from her
Yeah.
husband.
She don't
So
look
I don't.
good.
We can necessarily, and I don't think it was a rush thing because don't forget they mentioned that they wasn't public with the relationship when they first got
Yeah.
into it. So I
Mhm.
don't think it's
Mhm.
a situation.
She seemed pretty nice though. They seem like they're not the kind that's going to give a lot of explosive drama. You know, I don't pick that up from their
I
vibe at
think
all. They seem like they get along well.
I do think she's gonna come with some drama now. I do think she's gonna come with
You
some
do?
drama. I think
She
Ken
seems
is
so
gonna be.
nice.
No, she don't
Yeah,
seem
I
nice
think
whatsoever to me.
Really?
yeah,
She seemed real chill to me.
yeah. See,
It
I
was
didn't
kind of like a
like.
breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I didn't like how she talked about teachers a stay in drama. Like I don't know where she got that from.
Me
And I'm
either.
glad
Because I
Stormy
was
really,
like,
even though I don't
that's the
feel
part
like
I didn't like.
Marcel is the cause of teachers' friendships neither. I think what happens is women tend to want to talk to men in your kind of way, and they don't know how to deal with a man that gives it right back to them.
I
See, this
agree.
is what I think
I
a
was
lot of
one of
women
those.
have a problem with himself for because he knows how to be slick right back with him, and it not so much come off as disrespectful as it is. Oh, you want to be
Hmm.
slick? I can be slick too.
The only thing I
You know
wanted to
what
say, Miss Butterfly, was real quick, ma'am, was that when I was watching a certain content creator over there, years ago, she had run the Scott's background. She released credit information. It's not just that particular content creator. There have been several that have done that over there. So typically, with both my parents being attorneys, when you file a lawsuit, you want to show that you have a particular type of conduct. So you can't
I mean?
sue basically someone for what you've done before. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
How
okay.
you gonna sue somebody that you doxed before several times and then turn around and sue them for the same thing? You release their financial information and then you want to sue the party who you release financial information on first. What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah, yeah. They
That's why I said the lawsuit itself is just really comical in my opinion, because I can recall several times just me being completely flabbergasted. Old fashioned word. I'm like, you gonna put all these people's information up, criminal backgrounds, mug shots, and all that. In fact, you got, before he even proceeded with filing the lawsuit, he asked politely for them to take the information down, indicating it wasn't him, and they still didn't do it for another week or two. And then you want to turn around and sue for the same thing when you're for him requesting your financial records when you harassed those people first? That makes no
right.
sense.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. What did y'all think about the scene with her and Nail? Hey, Ken, that's okay, babes. I know I started kind of late, and like I said, I like to keep it short for y'all. That way, if y'all catch the replay, it's not long. You don't have to spend your whole day trying to get through it. But what did y'all think about the scene with Nail and Giraffe Neck?
Nell tends to flip flop to me. I like her. I mean, I don't have anything against anybody on the show, but what you call giraffe neck, she just seems to kind of flip flop to me. Because some people like to try to get along with everybody. So I don't think Nell's a bad person. I just think that she's kind of caught in the middle because, she's been friends with both people in the former couple. So it's kind of hard for her to pick a side. But
And
Butterfly, I've been
see,
wanting to ask you a question all day. But go ahead.
yeah,
I'll wait till you finish. I've been wanting to ask you something all day.
yeah, piggyback off of what you just said. I kind of agree with you, but I also believe that Nail know the truth that Martell is not abusive,
Yeah,
and that's why she
I
agree
agree.
with him being arrested.
I agree. Now, Butterfly, what I wanted to ask you, ma'am, all day, but I wanted to hold it for your live is what do you think? Now, I don't watch the show, but I saw a clip when Giraffe Neck had asked the other women why they didn't come to the podcast. Can you tell me what you thought about that scene?
Thank you, Michelle. I thought it was absolutely. She knew why. It's just
Right.
another part of her being fake and phony. Because at the end of the day, my thing is, why would you expecting them to come to support you? Now, mind you, granted, last
Mm-hmm.
season when they went to the Black Expo, first of all, you bailed out. You said you didn't want to be a part of it. Then you also
Mm-hmm.
sat down with Tisha separate and told her that you wasn't even going to be able to come because you was going to be out of town. Now you want cookies because you
Mm-hmm.
showed up unannounced after you lied and said you wasn't even going to be there. Now you want a cookie, but you showed up just so you can have an opinion and sit in the front row with all these silly ass fugazi looks on your face.
Facts.
Girl,
I agree. I agree. I was like, what nerve? You're gonna escort this lady out of an event. Mind you, it did happen several seasons ago, but the reason why she was escorted from the event is because you stated she didn't have an invitation. So then you expect Tisha to show up at your place again, and then you got the fans bothering Kimmy's husband, and you expect her to go and sit amongst your fans. I just thought that displayed an irrational way of thinking or thought. So I just was amazed that she had the nerve to even ask that.
yeah, I'm not surprised at all because she has to feed the cult. Now, of course, you know
Right.
the cult up there making up all type of lame excuses. Oh, we wanted y'all could have shown what? Why are y'all so desperate to be in these people's spaces anyway? Y'all don't like them. Y'all spent
Right.
years harassing, stalking, doxing, dragging them, disparaging them, but somehow you think they're gonna come and sit up in your face?
Now let me
I'm
ask
confused.
you
By that
this.
whole logic. I'm confused by that whole logic.
I
I
agree.
mean,
Remember the
granted,
scene when she told Destiny she didn't want to be her friend anymore? And they
mm,
could see each other and be cordial. But now in this episode, according to the clips, right? She claimed that she broke girl code or something and they weren't friends. But yet you say when you told her y'all wouldn't be close friends anymore, that you could see her somewhere and be cordial.
my thing is with girl code, like I said, it's the projection for me.
Thank you.
You have spent ever since we found out Destiny was coming back on the show, you have spent the better half of trying to convince people that she slept with Martell. When in all actuality, if you ask me, I'm more
Mm-hmm.
so questioning you sleeping with LeBarrett because LeBarrett was Martell's best friend since childhood, since
Right.
they were sick, not yours.
Hmm.
So
Exactly.
it's
Well,
really
to
funny
me, if you
how you
suspect somebody of doing something,
have
right, and you don't know for sure, and you're a vengeful type of person, I feel like you might attempt to or have done the same thing. But that's just the way I think. I'm naturally, skeptical and suspicious of people. But I'm like the way you indicate or try to imply that, Destiny and Martell may have had something going on, and then you're pictured with her ex-husband, makes me think, well, she did it to me, I could do it to her. Now I don't know if that's
yes,
true, but
yes,
that's just the way
you
my
do.
mind works.
I sure did hear her say that he was married but separated or some bullcrap. So that still makes you a side
Hmm.
chick. And I believe I'm
Right.
sorry. I watched that interview. Shout out to giving you the real
Mhm.
tea. And that's the interview he did, and I believe the ex-wife. The ex-wife didn't come off to me bitter or anything. The ex-wife looked
Mm-mm.
to me he was really trying to, forge a relationship. Really didn't want to disparage him to their daughter.
Hmm.
Daughter's really going off of how they made her feel, and it has
But
nothing
that's
to
a
do with
woman that's moved on. That's a woman that's moved on, that embraced the
right.
fact that her marriage ended, and then she got remarried, and that man helped raise Lexi and her little brother or whatever. That's a woman that has moved on in a healthy way.
Exactly. Exactly. And that is
Oh,
exactly what
the
I'm
real
talking about.
rap
And that's
sugar
not
down,
what.
the city councilman was Martell's friend. I did not know that. I'm sorry, popular opinion. What was you saying, babe? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just agreeing that that's exactly what it looks. is that that is a very good point, and that's not what Miss Trish is given. So that
I
I'm
agree.
happy that you made that illustration, because that is exactly it. That's how it
And
looks.
you always make good illustrations. I love being on a panel with you, Unpopular. I've already told people to subscribe. You're a very intelligent young lady. You and
Oh,
Butterfly, because y'all
shucks.
give me different perspectives. Just like Butterfly, we were talking about you last night when on the last live you were talking about Kiki. And I thought about it. And I wanted to give you credit, Miss Butterfly, because the only reason, now I don't mean to sound like unpopular, Kiki has no profession that I know of. She doesn't really work that I know of. So what other reason would you have asked her to be on the show except to come for her cousin?
Right.
That's just my
Yeah, there's
opinion.
not. I don't. It ain't. I just did my Kiki breakdown. That's not who I wanted to do next, but that whole thing just didn't fit. I don't even really know why she was on the show. I'm glad that she is no longer. Hopefully, she doesn't
I
show up
agree.
again. I am looking forward to the folks who they have now and moving past this Mel and Tail story. Like, so I also posted that the ratings were down real bad for the
What?
first episode, but then they
Okay.
went up like
Mm-hmm.
significantly for the second episode. And I told folks this wasn't because of no blackout.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the regular schmegular people who have jobs and watch TV like it's supposed to be watched for entertainment purposes don't want to see Melody whining about Martell for 8 years, 8 seasons. Like
Exactly.
they're over it. So when that
Right.
first episode came in and it was half of that,
Mm-hmm.
folks didn't want to see it. The next week,
Right.
the
Yeah.
ratings went up because it wasn't about her. And if you look at
Period.
any of the
Right.
ratings, anytime you look at any episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville that features Melody, the ratings are low. So
I
I don't know
agree.
why
Right.
Martell, or not Martell, why Carlos, like folks really allow the internet or like the comments and to drive what they do programmatically, which is really strange
Mm-hmm.
because it's only a certain type of person who's gonna be sitting up posting and all this stuff on the internet
Right.
about a show. So you can't
That's
take that
what
as
I
your
feel
general
like.
public.
I
That's what
agree.
I feel like. I feel like he take, like you said, unpopular opinion. He really thinks her fans are the show fans, and it's not. That's why a
Mm-mm.
lot of people
Mm-mm.
are coming back to the show because they're interested in the Sunny and Destiny and Moses
Mm-hmm.
dynamic, and people are voicing their opinion. They're tired of the Martell and Melanie situation.
Exactly. I agree.
Everybody is tired of that. I'm tired
Yeah,
of it. I had to
so I
fast
really
forward
hope
the
that
little
this is about
Carlos King segment. Like, child, just shut up. We already, first of all, y'all dragged us for a year through this whole RP story. And I'm gonna go back to the thing about Melody and her explanation that she gave for why she waited to report the text message.
yeah,
So if you just go off of the show, I understand. And again, we can't assume, and this is just me being fair, right? Like I can't assume that Nell, and she of a certain age and she got real stuff going on, living her real life. I can't assume that Nell is looking at all over the internet about these folks. So she probably doesn't know that what Melody is saying is not entirely true. So yes,
right.
last summer, but if you take what she's saying at face value, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I think that what folks in the comment sections and on YouTube are confusing Kimmy and Tisha and everybody of like, oh, now Melody has been vindicated. It's like that's extreme. I think it's more that they kind of saw her perspective. It don't mean they agree. Like
Mm-hmm.
I understood what she was saying, but it don't mean that
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Right? It's like, okay, I see where
Right.
you coming
And
from.
Nell still didn't agree.
However,
She sat in her
you know what I'm
face and
saying?
told her she understood. Right. And Nell didn't. Nell still didn't agree because you see, she sat in her face, and then they showed a clip where Nell's gonna be saying with Martell, and she's gonna say, "I didn't agree." She's gonna tell her Martell, "I didn't agree with you getting arrested," but then
Well,
bring up
yeah.
this non-existent revenge point that never happened.
But see, and then even that was orchestrated because the Carson Blue chick was the one who came up to reveal what Ariane had said. But we have to be honest, the phone call that she's talking about that took place with Ariane took place 2 years before the lady even came up and was talking about it. So none of the stuff was new. Like these videos that one content creator keeps playing, like it's one long video that she just be
Mm-hmm.
chopping up and releasing. It's like, child, can you just play the whole damn thing so we can move on with our lives? I don't want to hear this
Right.
every other day. I got to hear 2 more segments of the same goddamn conversation this bitch had 3 years ago.
Mhm.
Spare me. I guess I can just not listen to it too. But anyway.
Young ladies, can I
And
ask you
that's,
guys
I
a
mean,
question?
that was BS.
When Martell got arrested, were there cameras there that you guys know of?
No, I don't think so.
I believe they had just filmed, but I'm not sure if
You don't know.
cameras were
Okay.
there.
Because to me, I don't know how it goes in Alabama, but I know in Texas, what they typically do is if you're served a warrant at some point, you would be notified by mail. Now, it said, I do recall her going on or watching a clip that I think Lady D had showed where she said she went to the magistrate herself. And when she wondered when they were going to actually apprehend him, but she stated it was done in divine timing. So I don't know how that went, if he was notified prior and then, basically incorporated this into this particular season. I don't know.
Well, this is where, if you pay attention to what she said,
Mm-hmm.
she claimed that they asked her if she wanted them to pick him up right then and then when she went and filed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell them people when and where to pick people.
That's
Because
true.
remember, she said that.
Mm-hmm.
First, she said, "Oh, I told him no, don't pick him up yet. Don't do that, because he might be with the kids." That
Mm-hmm.
is like, homegirl's a liar. Nothing she says adds. Nothing she
Right.
says adds
It's
up. I'm sorry.
contradictory.
I
It's
don't. I
very
don't. I think
contradictory.
that you can tell these people. You can go put a warrant. You could go put a warrant on somebody and then tell the people, no, don't pick them up. That's not adding up to me.
Right. It's very contradictory. That's
Let's
why
not
when Miss
forget
Behaving was
she
saying
said that.
she thought that they were kind of working together, that's what got me suspicious. But since nobody can really verify that, I don't know. But it just seems like certain things are done to make the show more interesting to her fan base. That's all I'm saying. As far as you can see it through her music lyrics, and I don't listen to her songs, but through her music lyrics and just different things she does on the show. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I tend to believe that because you never see
I was
her
just about to
businesses.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You don't see her highlighting any
They show one
businesses. Now, they
her
claim
doing
that.
some whack property preservation, and they never went back to it.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So if you can't highlight if people are saying they're not watching because of their story, you would think you would incorporate your business ventures into the show if you're trying to change the image of the show. So because they don't really incorporate it, like, you can't tell me, I don't mean to sound like unpopular, that they don't want to show anything she does business wise. You see what I'm saying? So you might not be doing as much as you claim because you never incorporate any of your business ventures into the show. It's only about your ex-husband. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're working together to incorporate certain things for a storyline. I don't know, but it just appears that way to me.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't really
I
have.
agree with popular opinion. I definitely think
Yeah,
storyline.
What I
I
say?
All
agree.
the storyline is to feed her cult and to still do this trauma bonding thing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I
What?
agree. I really agree. It just looks that way to me, because if this was done, like you said, for, however many months ago, and it's into this season, he's not really showing his business ventures. She's not incorporating her business ventures. And they're still trying to keep the quote unquote custody battle, which I thought was horrible to even display on a show. But if you're, keeping a custody battle for a storyline and, the parents going back and forth as a storyline, maybe they are, saying, look, let's talk about this and let's do that. And, to keep the
They
show interesting.
absolutely. But
Well,
here's my question. But wait, let me just say this real quick, Butterfly.
Go
This is
ahead.
my question, Nicole. Why wouldn't they be doing that? Of course they're doing that. It's
Thank you.
TV. Like, again, it's a TV show. It's reality TV at that. Of course, they're
Right.
doing everything that you say that they're doing. They're absolutely doing that. Melody absolutely saw that text message from Martell and blew it off like she said she did until she got that bright idea of like, hold on, I can parlay this into whatever, because her whole
Right.
thing is about making herself appear to be the victim. She held that she had big plans. That was nothing but fuel for her. And she held on to it and did exactly what she did. Now we can't pretend that Carson Blue, that was all just an organic thing that just happened. Carson Blue just woke up one day and wanted to talk about Ariane because she just felt so compelled to tell the world what Ariane told her 2 years ago on the phone. No,
Right.
that was a tee up for Melody to become a victim yet again and for her fans to do what they did. Why y'all not talking about RP? They ain't gonna talk about RP. I'm not gonna watch the show unless they talk about the RP. All last season, all the
Right.
Melodies talked about was how are y'all not gonna talk about this RP? Then we see Carson on the show. Like, come on.
Right.
We're
Exactly.
not stupid. Well, maybe some folks are stupid.
No,
But
I
I'm
just
not
wanted to
stupid.
know. I wanted your opinion. I wanted Butterfly's opinion. Because everybody always, are you so suspicious? You always looking for an agenda and a motive and stuff, Nikki. So and so. So I just ask people, my thought process is this. What do you think about my thought process? You see what I'm
Nikki,
saying?
you're doing exactly what you supposed when you read books, you watch like movies. Like that's what
Right.
creators want you to do. They want you to read in between the lines. They want you to draw an inference. Like that, we're doing exactly what they want us to do. Now, what the other folks are doing is crazy because they are actually they're getting folks personal like they're just going nuts. Like you're supposed to take the content that the folks give you and dig into that, not go make up your own storylines and then force them into the show. Like that RP thing was all Melody executive producing from the internet. And that is not okay. Just like they saying that Teresa Giudice and some of these other folks on the Housewives getting in trouble for these troll farms and like trying to control the narrative. It's the exact same thing, and it ruins the integrity of the show.
Sherelle's World said that on Bravo, that's grounds for being asked to leave the show. I don't know if that's true, but she was saying a couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I sent the live to Lady D when she was saying that people on these shows try to control the narrative by giving people things even. I was like, what? Or promising them free trips or whatever if they can push their narrative, whatever it may be, to the show. I was in utter disbelief.
Well,
I said, I'm very
the one
naive.
content creator, I don't know why she deleted it, but the one content creator who put all them Ariane videos out had a whole series on Melody with all the receipts about how Melody was working behind the scenes, paying bloggers
I saw that.
and planting stories and stuff. I don't know why she took it down.
It's still up. If it's ON, you know what I'm saying? I sent that to Lady D. I sent, because she was like, I got to see this. I got to see it before I didn't
see it. Where did you find it? It's not on YouTube no more.
On ONS.
Yeah. Right.
And it'll say the person's first name exposed. The video is still up.
There?
Yeah. Because I sent it to Lady D about 2 weeks ago. And she was like, before I talk about it, she's like, I got to have receipts. I said, yes, ma'am. And I sent her the video. It was still up. And I mean, it showed all that. I was like, wow, how even Butterfly, she was asking whoever the CC was to make remarks about Martell's other child.
It was what, like 3 videos?
Yeah.
And they probably got it views too. It was definitely buried. And see, I don't like that either. And now that I started my little channel, when I go into my analytics, why 3%?
Go ahead and look. It'll say it's on Owen's channel. It'll say the person's first name. It'll say, matter of fact, let me get my laptop out, sweetheart, and let me pull it up right now. Hold on just a minute.
Hey, Blueberry.
You can tell the bots.
Yeah,
you can tell what the bots
with you. I don't think
it's still up
about him getting arrested.
I sent it to her, and she was like, she's like, you need to send me receipts. I said, okay. And let me pull it up. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. That's when I used to watch her a lot.
Oh,
And then
you have
people,
And this
videos?
it's
was
still
like
up. It's still
a
up.
year and a
It's
half
still up.
ago.
It was done. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, just a second.
Wait, who y'all talking about? Y'all got videos? Somebody
Uh,
specifically saying to do this and do
ONSC.
that?
Yeah.
Hold on. ONSC. Hold
Oh,
on, I'm pulling up
One of
right
yeah,
the
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's up
She
because it's
been
got
outing them.
her.
She fell out with them because
It was done a year ago. It got 18,000 views. It's 19 minutes and 35 seconds, and it's got the person's first and middle name and maiden name exposed. The Puppet Master. Pull it up, sweetheart. It's up.
I'm gonna go and check that out again because I may have to do a little expose or a little chit chat about that because folks
Yeah, it's
never
up.
talked about it. They never talked
yeah.
about it. That's what I
No,
I'm
they
like,
never
you know
talked
what?
about that.
Like,
After that video
but
came
I
out,
think
they were
because of
talking
the
about how everything she says not true. Don't watch her no more. She puts out fake information. Don't watch her no more.
But it's
Right
true
after
when
that
she
video
talking
dropped.
about Arion though. When she talking about Arion, then it's all true.
Hmm. Right. And it's got remarks in there about what she wanted to put out about the little baby. I couldn't believe
oh
it.
yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I remember. I
Hmm.
do remember. I did watch. I remember that. Yeah, she was saying it was
It's
Miss Buddy's
horrible.
cousin. It was a family member that she in fact was
Right.
related to Miss Buddy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. And then she's got a new one. It's saying that the producer from that show behind the vacation scandal was exposed. That was 4 months ago. See, I haven't really watched her a lot because I don't like a lot of the
Oh,
audio that she played. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have a
Same.
lot of attention span to listen to all that audio.
Girl,
But
my attention span is so bad. I
Michelle,
can't.
when I do it, share the video on my phone, so you can view it, Michelle. Because I don't know how to. I think because of the device I'm on, because I know that typically you can share other videos on StreamYard, but
yeah,
I don't know how to work it on this device. So Michelle, after this live, I will go on Straight No Chasers channel and I will share the video to my community wall. Okay.
yeah, and then make sure you type in, sweetie, the person's first, middle name, and maiden name, and exposed, and it's called The Puppet Master, and it's still up. It was done a year ago. It's actually her
Mm-hmm.
first video, and it's got her with the devil pitchforks on her head.
Oh yeah, right, Sydney. She been leaking before Kiki came along. That's why I said she scapegoated off of Kiki because I think they were starting to crack down on the show being leaked, and Kiki came right on time to throw under the bus.
But you know, years ago, Unpopular and Butterfly, because y'all have excellent memories. Do you remember at the end of, or the beginning of season 2, after the BMW show, when Tisha and Mel were arguing, and Tisha said, "You're the one that released the picture of my house to the bloggers."
No, I don't
Right.
remember her saying that.
Yeah. Tisha basically came out and said, "You're the one that's releasing pictures of my house to bloggers. You're the one." I think she accused her of leaking something else. I have to find the clip. But that's when I knew then. Because I'm like, how would FD get a picture of the mistress? How would people know what the Scott's house looked like? And the reason why I say this is because they don't have paparazzi following them around. You see what I'm saying? So how else are the bloggers obtaining information? They're not flying to Huntsville following the people around. You see what I'm saying? So if they're reporting things that are proven to be true because they're not refuting any of the statements, then somebody's leaking the information. It's common sense.
Right.
I agree, Sydney. I agree. That's who did
Yeah.
it at first.
Straight No Chaser been out of her because right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melanie did do it because she was cool with Straight No Chaser.
Mm-hmm.
Straight No Chaser used to blog all the time. You know, she fell back.
Right.
She randomly puts out stuff, but she used to be heavy on the blogging.
Right. Especially when the show first started.
Out.
Especially when it first started.
Yep, she got it. Cause what
Yeah,
happened
anything
was
she wanted out.
she got into it with Martell because she had put out something and Martell up and they got into it and that's when she outed everything. Because she
Mm-hmm.
said she had put out something about Melanie and Martell called himself going after her. This is when they was, and she went in and she let it all out.
Mm-mm.
Thank you,
I didn't
Unpopular.
know how
Yeah, I'm
to
about to
stop.
end anyway. We're
Yeah, guys,
105,
I'll drop down.
and
It's always
yeah,
wonderful
thank you,
being a guest. I
Nicole.
love you and Unpopular. And y'all have a wonderful evening. And Butterfly, come back soon. Okay? Y'all have a nice night.
Well, thank you. Yep, with the devil horns, your hope. Okay, they should. They definitely don't have paparazzi. They have stalkers. They have stalkers following them around, but they don't have no god darn. Hey, dark and lovely. Hey, babes. We're at 100 and we're about an hour and some change in. You know, I like to keep it short for the people that need to catch the replay. You know, you don't have to take up your a whole 3 hours of your day trying to keep up with it. Thank you, Sugar Brown. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all my buttercups, for being here tonight. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Please do not forget to send up prayers for Marcella and Tim. I'm not quite sure what's going on because I didn't get to watch her live. But as soon as we hop off of here, I'm gonna go and watch her live, and I'm gonna reach out to her just to send her my love and prayers. So if y'all could definitely keep Marcella and Tim in your prayers, guys, please. If you haven't got a chance, I shared Destiny's live that she did earlier on my wall too. Oh, that's okay, dark and lovely. That's okay, babes. No problem. It's okay. Yes, just catch the replay. Hey, Logic. It's okay. Yes, y'all. That's why I like to keep it long, short for my buttercups that have to catch the replay. You don't have a lot to go through, but also if y'all can go check out Destiny's live that she did earlier for her Mental Mondays, where she had a life coach and she had a lawyer on with her tonight. Um, some very interesting information was shared, about her arrest and stuff like that. She couldn't go into real detail, but just if you get a chance, y'all, make sure y'all go and show Destiny support and keep her in your prayers. I'm sorry, y'all, phlegm all caught up in my throat. But yes, y'all, I apologize earlier for, I know a lot of y'all, my language, when I get upset, I just get to cussing like a sailor. So please forgive me. I will work on expressing myself better without, swearing so much. But when I get upset, the cuss words just fly. So I appreciate your patience with that. I know a lot of y'all do not like that, and I get it. Look, I'm pushing 50, and I still can't swear around my mama. Okay, so I understand. I totally get it. And I can be more intelligent with my words that I use. Is when I just get upset, I don't know. It's just easier. Easier to get it out with my cussing. But I apologize about that, y'all. I will work on that. Thank you guys for being here. Please keep Marcella and Tim in your prayers. Please keep Destiny in your prayers, y'all. Please support Destiny. And do understand that I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Unfortunately, I wish Giraffe Neck was really being abused. No, I don't wish that she was really being abused. That's not what I meant to say. But I wish I could be supportive of her, but I can't. She reminds me so much of my brother's girlfriend, and I just can't. Like I said, my brother was murdered. His murder is still unsolved. We have the slightest clue who took my brother's life or why his life was taken. I don't know if that girl has something to do with it. Like, things like this is very serious. That's why it's important that we don't forget that we're also raising sons, and that women can be abusive and vindictive and evil and do things out of hurt and spite. It doesn't discriminate. Hurt and bitterness and vindictiveness doesn't discriminate. It don't just work one way. So just remember that, y'all. We are also raising sons who need to be protected. Yes, we should raise them to be productive, respectful citizens. Absolutely respect women. Um, absolutely, but we cannot negate that women can be abusive too, um, and cause men to lose their life. Look what happened to that basketball player who got into a simple argument with his girlfriend. She lied, and he ended up unaliving the girlfriend's brother and the brother's friend, all because she lied and was upset because the basketball player wanted her out of his house. So we have to be mindful. Yes, women should be protected. What P Nasty did to Cassie is disgusting. And the years of abuse that he's done to multiple people, women and men. Once again, let's not forget that men can be abused too. Not all of them are violent, because my brother was not violent. He will restrain you before he put his hands on you. He will put you in a restraint, but he would never ever intentionally try to knock you out as if you was a man like him. So I just want y'all to be mindful that it can happen both ways, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Once again, thank you to my buttercups. Welcome to all my new buttercups. Thank you for subscribing to your girl Butterfly. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose Butterfly, and it's greatly appreciated. Hey Tanya, how you doing, beautiful? Yeah, Mel is no Cassie, Michelle. You gonna bet your bottom dollar on that, baby. We can take that dollar to the bank. Okay? But she's definitely not no Cassie. Not when she's been the admitted abuser. Like I said, if Martell was my brother, I would have been Molly Wapton. Ben. But at the same time, I probably wouldn't have been able to Molly Whopper because these are my nieces and nephews, aunt, mother, and all it just becomes very, because I had to like it. My grandmother had to sit me down because I was ready. I was 6 months pregnant, ready to Molly Wop my brother's girlfriend. I'm trying to tell y'all. God rest my grandma's soul. I miss her too. But I could come back tomorrow if y'all want to just do a random live where we just kick it. Any subject y'all want to talk about. I know everybody and their mama's talking about the P Diddy and Cassie situation, and any subject that I could come back tomorrow if y'all want. Just let me know. I'll come in the morning, say good morning to y'all, and I'll ask, just if y'all want me to come back tomorrow, I definitely can. Yeah, we can just kick it, something lighthearted, because tonight was heavy. We didn't really get into the review of the show. I apologize, y'all. I probably shouldn't have watched Destiny's Live first, because that totally threw me for a loop. Destiny, if you see this, just know that you're not alone. All of us do not hate you. Um, and just remember that a lot of negative comments are coming from the slow meters. It's not necessarily all the viewership of the show. And I know when you get it in an overwhelmingness that you get it's hard to ignore it, but just know that you are loved, you are not alone, and you are supported, and we believe you. Yeah, we're gonna kick it, y'all. We'll come back, kick it tomorrow. Yes, y'all. And like I said, I'll come in the morning, and y'all let me know what time y'all want me to come live, because I know the late lives, y'all let me know what time, and I'll fire it up, and we'll go live and just kick it, y'all. Yeah, that's okay, Logic. Yep, she was on. Yep, I shared it on my wall. I'm gonna go replay Marcella's right now because I thought she was reviewing the show, and y'all, I told y'all I don't like to watch other content creators reviews because I don't want to, repeat the same talking points. So I typically watch the reviews that I used to watch before I started my own channel. I watch it after I do my review. So oh yeah, Mel gave information to Straight No Chaser T Jones. Thank you, Cupcake, for being here. Hey, beautiful. If I missed anybody in the chat, charge it to my head, not my heart. As y'all know, I was a little upset and triggered by what's going on with Destiny. But thank you guys so much for being here. And remember, guys, smile and the world smiles with you. You never know how much your smile might light up the next person's day. You just never know. Or even a small gesture of hello, or you look beautiful today, or little things like that may change a whole person's world around. Okay, Tanya, thank you, babe. I'm gonna replay it. Oh yeah, we could talk about the upcoming season of Bell Collective. Yes, yes, Sugar Brown. Like I said, tomorrow we could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We can, go through all the subjects, every little, everything y'all want to talk about. I don't mind. We're just gonna come and kick it, shoot it, have some fun, be a little lighthearted. Thank you guys. Yeah, she couldn't say much. Yeah, I was very upset, T Jones. I was so like I wanted to jump through the screen. Like I was so upset, especially when she said she was with her baby. Oh, that just tore my heart, y'all. That just tore my heart. But yes, y'all just make sure y'all keep Destiny in y'all prayers. If y'all can, go over to her Instagram or go to her channel and just let her know that y'all are with her and that y'all are sending her prayers. And please send up prayers for Marcella and Tim and Nisi. I know that Nisi's a huge support system for Marcella, and sometimes our support needs support, y'all. So if y'all can send up prayers for Marcella and Nisi and Tim, I'm gonna go find out what's going on. Maybe I can elaborate a little bit more tomorrow when we come live. But yes, y'all, and just send just prayers, y'all, because the world we living in today, they're reversing laws on us that we fought so hard for. There's just a lot going on. Um, and as we can see, we can be easily distracted because sometimes dealing in other things help you escape your own reality, and sometimes we don't need to escape it. We need to be preparing. So yes, y'all, just that tomorrow is not promised, and if you got a loved one or someone that things might need to be mended with, if you can mend that, even if y'all don't end up being back the same or something, if you can fix that, just to offer closure to yourself and maybe that person, and just be in a better place, y'all. Don't be afraid to do that neither. Because once they're gone, you can't get it back, y'all. All right, y'all. I think I poured enough on y'all heart wrenches. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting your girl. Shout out to my co-host and my special guest tonight, Nicole. Nicole, thank you so much for coming up, babes. I always love having you up. You always share a lot of great information. I also love hearing your perspective on things, and you be catching some things, Nicole. You be my boo. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you to my co-host, Unpopular Opinion. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. I shared her recent vlog on my community wall. She's doing, breakdowns of each character of the show. The recent one she did was Kiki. I believe the next one up is going to be Martell. So y'all make sure y'all are tapped into our co-host, Unpopular Opinions podcast, aka Reality Dropout, and show her some love, y'all. Hey, Casey. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, babes. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm going to get ready to head out. I love you guys. Y'all have a great night. Okay, T. Jones. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Don't forget, send up prayers for Marcella, Destiny, Tim, Nisi, anybody else that might need prayers right now that just, ain't sharing. Because I know I'm going through some things too. And I don't really share a lot of that. But um, I'll just say this much. Y'all actually bring a lot of joy to me. The support that I get from y'all, just supporting my channel, it really does bring a lot of joy to me. So I want to let y'all know that too. I love you guys. Love, light, and butterflies. See you guys tomorrow. Be safe out there, y'all. Be safe out there. And love on your loved ones, okay? Love on your loved ones. Love, light, and butterflies. Okay, I'm going to get to rambling. Rambling. We out, y'all. I love you guys. My buttercups. And welcome to all my new buttercups. Thank you for subscribing. It's greatly appreciated, y'all. And make sure y'all check my community wall. I often share new and upcoming content creators, as our beautiful Miss Behaving would say. A small content creators matter, y'all. A small content creators matter. So y'all make sure y'all check out my wall and follow some of the content creators I share. Y'all might like, y'all might like what they're bringing. All right, y'all. Love, light, and butterflies. Thank you, T. Jones. Thank you, babes. Thank you. His anniversary is actually coming up next month of when his life was taken. So yeah, June's a really rough month for me because I also lost my first child. And June's also her anniversary month from when she passed. So June's gonna be a rough month for me, y'all. But I'm gonna hold tight. I love you guys. Love, light, and butterflies.